Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annette. In today's pick a card reading, we will be looking into what you are manifesting for the next 12 months. Now this reading is evergreen, so it is timeless. Whenever you're watching this video, it will apply for the next 12 months after that. So if you're watching in January of 2024, it will be applicable for the next 12 months. And if you're watching, let's say in September of 2027, it will apply for the next 12 months from then, okay? So for this reading, I am not looking into any particular areas of life. So for example, I'm not looking into specifically what you're manifesting in terms of career or in your love life or finances and etc. I'm going to leave it open to the cards. So one pile might be skewed more towards what you're manifesting in love. One pile might be more on career, and another pile could be pertaining to other things like family, for example. Okay, so I'm leaving it up to the cards. Feel free to choose one or more or all of the piles. It depends on what you feel called to do. And in order to select your pile, the guideline is that this is pile number 1, represented by the clear quartz half stone here, and the deck that I'm using for this is the Light Seers Tarot. For the second pile, or pile number 2, it is represented by this Labradorite palm stone. And I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot for this particular pile. And then for the third pile, it is represented by this chunk of Pyrite. And I will be using the Ethereal Visions Tarot. Feel free to pause the video while you take your time to select the pile that calls out to you. And without further ado, let's get started on your reading. Hello there. If you pick pile number 1 with the clear quartz half stone and the Light Seers Tarot, this is your reading. So let's take a look at your cards. The first one is 2 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the World. Interesting. I love this arrangement of cards. Let me take a moment and tune into the messages that the cards have for you. What I'm seeing for this pile is love and career, okay? For some of you, you're manifesting love. For some of you, you're manifesting a career. For some of you, you're manifesting both, okay? So let us take a look. I'll try. There's a few groups or a few camps here within this group 1. Okay, so I'm going to try and explain each one as best that I can, and hopefully it will all make sense. Now let's start off with those who are single and manifesting love. I get the sense that maybe all this while there's this feeling of loneliness, there's this feeling that something is missing, and there's nothing wrong with that because we are social creatures, we desire companionship. So when love is absent or a romantic partner is absent, you know, it is very normal for us to feel that way. However, I'm getting this feeling that for the next 12 months, I almost feel like you are telling yourself that, you know what, I've waited long enough to live my life because I want, all this while, maybe you feel that, you know, you can only start making plans for your life when you have a partner. Maybe your life plans was contingent of having a partner. But I'm getting this sense that for the next 12 months, what you will be doing is that you are making a decision and saying, you know what, I've waited long enough. I don't see a romantic partner coming into my life, at least not that I can see at this point of time. So I'm going to decide to live my life for my own self. Okay, so if I want to plan to travel, I'm going to travel on my own. I'm going to take a solo trip. If I want to take up that job offer that brings me halfway around the world, you know, as part of the promotion, I'm going to do it. Okay. So that's what I'm getting, because maybe I get this feeling that all this while you have been holding yourself back. So for example, maybe you don't want to take up promotions because if it brings you to a place that is outside of the country, what if you meet someone and then you want to have babies? You want to have babies in your country, okay? You don't want to be living outside of the country when you build a family. So for example, you see like, there's just this sense that your life plans have been really contingent on having a partner and building a family. But now that you see that, well, there's no candidate as of now, I've put my life on hold long enough, so I'm going to start living life on my own. Like, I'm going to assume that nobody's coming into my life, and I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to make decisions based on what I want and what I need right now, okay? So, and by doing that, you actually achieve great success, okay? So what I'm seeing here with this 9 of Pentacles, this is a very successful woman, okay? This is a woman who has invested in herself, done the work, and is reaping the fruits of her labor. When you start investing in yourself, when you start being happy with yourself, that's when you attract love, because you light up that inner fire, and that fire, it becomes a beacon for the right person to come into your life. Okay, the person that is seeking you will see that light and they will come towards you. Okay, and this person that comes into your life is everything that you've ever wanted. This person is very gallant. Okay, there is this sense of knight in shining armor. And here's the funny thing, all this while, maybe at some level, whether you realize it or not, maybe you've been wanting to be saved from your life. You want someone to make things better, but because you took your power back and you made life better for yourself, you transform your life, then this person comes in, this knight in shining armor comes in, not to save you, but to share your life with you, because you are the princess in the shining dress. You guys match each other, you know. So that's what I'm getting for you. Everything that you've ever wanted, you will get in this partner. Okay, maybe you've felt that, oh, it's impossible to find someone like this, who's successful, who's driven, who's kind, who's loyal, who is in his healthy masculine, you know. But this person exists, and this person will come to you because you've reached the higher level of frequency that will allow you to be in alignment with this person. Okay, and the two of you will work really well together. You will fit each other so well. I almost sense that you will finish each other's sentences. You know, maybe you want to suggest a movie and they are thinking of the same movie. You know, there's just this such beautiful complementary, and also this fitting of a puzzle that fits so beautifully, and your life is complete. You know, your life has always been complete, but maybe you didn't realize, and it feels like when there was nobody before, your life was incomplete. But now that you have made your life something that's beautiful, that you enjoy living, then, you know, comes this person that enhances it even more. It's kind of like your whole delicious cake, and this person becomes the frosting that just adds a beautiful touch to your cake. Okay, so that is for those who are single. Now, for those of you who are already in a relationship, I am getting a sense that perhaps your relationship, you have found the love of your life, but there is some sort of kind of like not fitting that well together, in terms of maybe there's miscommunication, maybe you guys have differing love languages and you don't understand each other's love language, for example. You're not aware of the existence of love language. So for example, maybe your love language is words of praise. You love to be complimented, you love to be acknowledged verbally, you love to be given compliments, but your partner's love language is perhaps acts of service. So he conveys his love through doing things for you, and while you appreciate it, you not hearing words of praise, not hearing compliments, not hearing him tell you that he loves you, is bound to make you feel unloved, even though he's doing all these things for you. And when you express that, he feels unappreciated, because here he is showing his love for you, and yet you're not seeing that. At least that's how he feels. So there is that sense of miscommunication or misalignment that is not impossible to overcome, but it takes some give and take and understanding and patience from both sides. So what I'm getting here is that you, for the next 12 months, that is something that you will be manifesting: a better understanding for each other, loving of each other, and also working together. Now, there's a third camp here as well, and the word that comes to me is housewives. Okay, so there's a scenario that I'm getting. Maybe, let's say you're a housewife, your husband is very successful, or very successful, and then there's a feeling that you have lost your sense of self because you've always accommodated your husband's schedule. You are the one who work your way around his schedule. It almost feels like you live in his shadow, and that has created a dissatisfaction in your life. You're feeling lost. You don't know who you are anymore. And the next 12 months, what's going to happen is that you're going to find your calling. You might return to the workforce. You might start your own business. You might start something that gives you a sense of satisfaction. Okay, you find your confidence again. This is, like I said, the rich woman card. Okay, so this is a person who invests in herself. So maybe you invest in yourself. You invest in going for courses, upskilling yourself, and then, you create something for yourself in terms of career that is very satisfying for you, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment and confidence. And this will enhance your happiness and creates a harmony in terms of relationship. Okay, because you're happy, you tend to respond better to your spouse, and then because you respond well to your spouse also starts becoming romantic again. Okay, so there is that sense, and then you start to work together, and then you harmonize together, and your lives are complete. For some of you, this is also quite specific. I'm getting the sense that maybe your marriage has been great, no problems in terms of feeling inadequate, feeling like you're living in your partner's shadow, none of that. But perhaps you've been wanting a baby. okay, wanting to have a family. And for the next 12 months, this is what you are manifesting, especially with the Empress card here. The Empress is always shown as pregnant. It can talk about literal pregnancy, or it can talk about the dream. So if I were to go back to the previous camp whereby, you know, you're living in your partner's shadow and then you start cultivating your own life, you know, you invest in yourself, you invest in your skills, and then you create a business or you create something for yourself, you start working again. There is a dream that you've always wanted to achieve, and you are taking steps towards that dream, and that is what lends to your happiness and, you know, this harmony in your relationships, because now you're happier, you're able to respond better to your partner. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. And there's this other camp as well where this is not about love, but absolutely about career. And yes, exactly what it's similar to the housewife story just now, whereby maybe all this while you're working in a place that you're not happy, you have a dream and you connect with that dream. Finally, you are working together with your dream. Instead of just dreaming, you are actually taking action. Okay, if I want to make my dream into a reality, what do I need to do? How do I need to invest in myself? What are the skills that I need? What are the things that I need to do? What are the assets that I need to acquire? Okay, and then, you know, you nurture that dream. If you need to approach somebody, if you need to network in order to gain knowledge, in order to gain insights, that is what I see you doing. Okay, aligning yourself with the people that are in the industry you want to go into. That is also something that I'm getting. And then bringing your dream into reality. Okay, there could also be collaborations with other people, and there could be also partnerships. Okay, and then it makes your dream complete. So that is what I'm seeing for you, pile one, the various scenarios of what you may be manifesting for the next 12 months. Okay, so I will be shuffling oracle cards for you to give you advice. So I'll be pulling some cards from the Numerology deck. Let's have a look. What advice do you have for pile one? Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Emotions are running high. The answers you need are coming. You know, seeing these cards, what I'm getting here is that the manifestation that you're bringing into your life for the next 12 months is coming born out of pain. Okay, so for example, like the single who is wanting love. You know, you've put your life on hold for a long time, and then it's like, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to focus on myself. And then when you create the life that you love, that's when love comes in. Okay, it was this action to focus on yourself is born out of pain of waiting, okay, which is an action that did not serve you. Okay, so same goes with those who are in relationships. There's a misalignment. The pain of the misalignment propels you into action to understand each other. Okay, and those who are, housewives, the pain of living in the shadows of your spouse propels you to take action on your own dreams. And the same goes to those who are working, maybe let's say a job that is unfulfilling to them, or even a business that is unfulfilling. The pain of being in that place propels you to actually be clear on the vision that you want to, the life that you want to live, in terms of your career, in terms of your life. And then, the pain of being where you are propels you to take action and bring that manifestation into reality. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you. I'm going to pull one last card from, I do believe this is the Fairies Oracle. Don't quote me on that though. Daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. So I'm not sure. This is probably going to be specific to certain people who are meant to come across this reading. But I'm also getting here. Okay, I'm loving this. First of all, yes, this could be for specific people who are meant to come and watch this video. But how this applies to the general as well, I would say, is that if you were to have a daughter, regardless of whether you're married or not, whether you actually have a daughter or not, imagine if you have a daughter, what would you advise them to do in your situation? So imagine your daughter is putting her life on hold, waiting for love to come. What would you advise? You would advise her to stop waiting and start living her life, right? If your daughter is in the shadows of her husband, what would you advise her to do? You would advise her to start living her life, start building something of her own, if that's going to make her happy, because her spouse who loves her will want her to be happy, okay? And, will support her in her pursuit of achieving her own dreams and creating her own life that satisfies her. If you have a daughter that's stuck in a job that is unsatisfactory to her, what would your advice be? So, this is kind of like the message here. If it's someone younger that you care about that's, experiencing this pain and dissatisfaction in life, how would you advise them? right? So that's what I'm getting here. So that's what you're reading. Pile number 1, I hope that this resonates with you. I hope that this has given you some insights. This is wonderful, actually. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading session with me, head over to the link in my description box. I read internationally, so regardless of where you are in the world, if you would like to engage in my tarot or numerology services, you can do so. Also, if this resonates with you, do comment in the comment section below, like this video, and do subscribe so that you don't miss an upload. Once again, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello there. If you chose this pile with the Labradorite palm stone and the Everyday Witch Tarot, you're pile number 2, and this is your reading. So your first card is the World, the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So let me just take some time to look at the cards and tune into your messages. Okay, so pile number 2, what I'm getting for you is the sense of wanting freedom, okay? Desiring freedom, desiring to put something, kind of like a cycle, to an end. There is the sense that you want to have freedom for the sake of your family. Maybe some of you have been working really hard. Okay, you barely see your family. You blink, or at least you feel like you blink, and then now your child is grown. They can speak, they can do things, they surprise you, and you feel like you miss out. Okay, so there's the sense that, you know, my life right now is taking me away from my family. It's taking me away from my happiness, and I need to find a way to end that. Okay, there's this desire to, there's a lot of you here maybe that choose pile number 2 that craves quitting your job, okay, or having a better life at the very least, okay, like you're tired of being where you are, so you want a better life, more work-life balance, more prosperity, more abundance, so that you can, you know, shower your loved ones with what they want, and most importantly, give them what they need. Okay, I'm also seeing what you're manifesting for the next 12 months is that due to this desire of freedom, you will be putting your thinking hat on, and you will actually get inspired by an idea that could very well be a winning idea that brings in, if executed, can bring in prosperity and abundance and give you what it is that you want. Okay, which is resources that you can use for your family, more balanced life, so that you can spend more time with your loved ones. Okay, now this idea, you understand that it does not come without hard work. It does not come without a phase where you will put in the hard work and may not see returns for the first few weeks, for the first few months. Okay, this is kind of like an entrepreneurial journey based on what I'm seeing here. Okay, there's this idea, but then some groundwork needs to be done. Oh, but this desire is so strong. This is what I want. This is the Nine of Cups. This is the wish fulfillment card. You know, I desire this freedom for my family in terms of resources, in terms of time, so much that I'm willing to jump on this idea. Now, other people may not agree with you. Other people might, some of them may support you. Some of them may feel that you are doing something crazy. Okay, you're crazy for trying to attempt this. But for you, because your desire is so strong and your belief in this idea is so strong, you are at peace. Okay, you are willing to give it a go. Whereas, you know, your supporters and those who are naysayers are fighting amongst each other. Like one party is saying she can do it or he can do it, like give him a chance, give her a chance. Whereas the other party who are not for you, you know, who are trying to dissuade you from maybe carrying on this idea, or maybe trying to dissuade you from quitting your job, you know, they are saying like, well, there's no guarantee that she's going to succeed. There's no guarantee that he's going to succeed. What if it fails and he already quit his job, or she already quit her job? You know, there's like this fighting between maybe family and friends that are supporting you and have faith in you, and those who don't have that belief in you, who are more cautious in nature. Okay, but you are at peace with this. Like, I know what I want. I know that I'm going to execute this. It seems crazy, but it might just be crazy enough to work. Okay, because you have this vision within you of becoming prosperous and abundant. If you see the Queen of Pentacles here, she not only have money, but she's also surrounded by fruit trees. Meaning to say, even if you take away the money from her, she would still be able to survive and thrive. And this is the life that you want, the desire that you want. You want to create financial freedom for yourself and for your family. You want to change the trajectory of your life. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. Let's say if you're unmarried and you don't have children, this still applies, because this freedom that you're craving could be the freedom that you want to give to your family, your parents. Okay, you want to alleviate their burdens. Enough is enough. This is what I'm getting. Chukopla. Chukopla, we were always in survival mode all this while. I was growing up, we're in survival mode. Now we're still in survival mode. I'm an adult now. I want to make this happen. Okay, I want to create freedom. I want to make my family happy. And you get this inspiration. You know that hard work is involved. You're willing to do it, and you stand by that decision. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Have an idea, a grand idea. You may even do something as bold as quit your job and then do this idea, which is, I know, it's very how do you say, out of the norm to do so. Usually if people have an idea, they would give it a test run, and then they would kind of like see if things go well. They would still have that safety net. But for you, I'm getting the sense that there is a reason why you're doing this. There's a reason why you quit there's a reason why you quit first and then execute. There is the sense that I need to make this work. I need to create so much urgency that I have to make this work. There is a story that's coming to my mind. I can't tell you what war it is, what's the name of the army general, whether it's fiction or whether it's real. I do believe it's real though. But there's a story of this army general. They came to this place on ships, and then they went into war, and then they were losing. Because they were already, not having enough food coming in from the ships, from sea, not enough water. A lot of soldiers were injured, and all of these things. But, instead of turning back, the army general said to his soldiers, burn the ship, sorry. So the soldiers followed. They burned the ship. Now they have no place to go. They have no other way out except to face their enemies and fight to the death, literally. Like, either they fight and they die, they lose, but at least they gave it all they got, or they fight with all they got and they win. And sure enough, they won. Okay, that is the power almost of, that's the power of desperation. That is the power of not having any other choice and having to make it work. And that is what I'm getting here. The reason why you may take this crazy leap of action of quitting and then going all in into this is kind of because you believe in this dream, and you understand you need to have that tension, you need to have that stress, you need to have that desperation in order for you to exhaust every resources and really figure things out and make it work. Okay, if you have a safety net, there's a sense you know that you won't be able to make this work because you have a safety net. So you take away your safety net in a major way. I don't think that you're as foolish as your family members or friends think. I think you know that if this doesn't work out, you can always go back to work. But because you want to have that extra stress on you, that urgency on you to make this work, that's why you quit your job. Do this idea in order to get what you want faster. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you. Pile number 2. I'll be pulling some oracle cards to give advice for you. Let's have a look here. Have faith in your dreams. Oh my God. Waxing crescent moon. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Have faith in your dreams. You have this winning idea. You have this dream. You have this dream of setting your family free. Whether you have wife or husband and kids, or this is like your family as in your parents. Like, enough is enough. We've been, surviving for so long. I want us to thrive. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. I'm getting the sense that, you've always had this dream of, bringing your family out of difficulty, changing your family's life. And, you're very close to achieving your goal, especially with that winning idea. Bring love into the situation. Okay, bring your heart into this dream of yours. Don't just be focused on the money and the potential of the business. Okay, but bring your heart in it as well. And also have compassion for your family members who are not in agreement with you and maybe talk badly about how foolish you are to let go of a good paying job in pursuit of something that may not work. Okay, have love for them, or have heart for them. Give some compassion to them, even though it's hard, because they don't understand your dream. They're not meant to understand your dream. That dream is given to you, hence it is only you that is meant to understand this dream. Okay, so a new romantic cycle begins. That could be somebody specific in this group. This is like the message. It's more of making something into a reality, a dream, but then it could be that this can be applicable as well. A romantic partner could come into your life in the course of doing this, pursuing this dream. Okay, and then there's this question: what do you need to release? Waxing moon. Okay, so what do you need to release? If you want to transform your life in an extraordinary way, you need to take extraordinary actions. Okay, you are a normal human being, but what makes you extraordinary is when you release what needs to be released and take on a new identity. Okay, so for example, you want prosperity and abundance. You cannot get that if you have a lack mindset. You need to release that poor mindset, that scarcity mindset, adopt a new mindset of expansiveness, of possibilities. Okay, so you cannot afford to have a negative mindset when pursuing your dream. What do you need to release? Who do you need to release as well? I'm getting like, who are the people you need to distance yourself in order to make your dreams a reality? This is not you forgetting the people that you've known before. It's if they're dragging you down, you need to create some distance between yourself and them. Okay, that is a healthy way to go about things, because otherwise the negative voices are going to drown that belief within yourself. Okay. And also bad habits. Like if you are the type that scrolls through social media and watches Netflix, nothing wrong with that, but do understand that your resources of time are finite. Once it passes, it passes. You can't get it back. Unlike money, you can earn money back, but time you cannot earn back. Okay, so what do you need to release? Like bad habits. Maybe you need to unsubscribe from Netflix. Maybe you need to unsubscribe from YouTube Premium. Maybe you need to, make better use of your time. All right. And lastly, there is this card here, affirmations. To lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. This fits so well. What did I just tell you? Okay, you need to release all the negativity. You need to release the scarcity mindset. Then you need to input something positive. Release scarcity mindset, input expansive and abundance mindset. Release negative talks or, negative talks about your own self or your situation, and start reinforcing positive things with positive affirmations. Okay, so this is your reading pile number 2. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope this resonates. If it does, please comment in the comment section below. It helps me a lot. And please like, share, subscribe. It will help me with the algorithm and helps to show this to more people so that it will reach more people out there who needs to hear this message. If you would like to book a one-on-one tarot reading session with me, do head over to the link in my bio, or link in the description rather, and you will find a link that will bring you to my website. I read internationally, so wherever you are in the world, if you'd like to book a session, then you can do so using that link. Once again, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello there. If you chose this pile with the Pyrite chunk and the Ethereal Visions Tarot, you are pile number 3, and this is your reading. So your first card is the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, Seven of Wands, the Lovers, the Star card, the Six of Cups, the Fool, and the Chariot. So just give me a moment to look at the cards and tune into the messages that is coming through for you. All right, pile number 3. So what I'm seeing for you is that there could be a few scenarios here. For some of you, you are manifesting something in love and only love. For some of you, it's purely career, and for some of you, it's a mix of both. And this is very interesting because pile number 1 had that same energy. So if you feel called to, choose pile number 1, do go and check out that pile as well. There could be like additional information or messages for you there. It's funny because when I was talking to the camera, and this will probably not make it to the final edit of this video, but I did accidentally say welcome to your reading, pile number 3, even though it's actually the first pile. So yeah, I'm getting very strongly that if you feel inclined to check out pile number 1, do so. Okay, now let's get on with your reading. Now the Ace of Cups, any aces talks about beginnings, but Cups talks about relationships and emotions. So there is a sense that romance could be something that you manifest in the next 12 months. What's interesting here is that there is a sense of healing from an emotional pain in the past. Okay, so for some of you, I am getting this feeling that this romance coming into your life could be with someone from your past. Okay, it could be an ex, it could be a situationship, it could be the one that got away, it could be a crush, or it could be a second chance for the other person, whereby they had feelings for you, you never knew, and then they get to see you again, and then they pursue you. Whatever it is, there's this sense of nostalgia, okay? And for the majority of you, this is someone that you had a thing with. Either it was an ex, situationship, etc. Because there is healing here. Okay, there was pain in the first encounter. It ended, and now there is a coming together. Okay, and healing of the past. Now, I have to let out a breath here. Ooh. There's some, not really heavy energies, but there's some big feelings here I'm getting. Okay, the Page of Cups talks about intuition. There is a feeling here if you've had interactions with this person before. Maybe you are battling with your intuition. Maybe your intuition says, hey, he's a changed person, she's a changed person, but your logical mind is disagreeing. Okay, because you're referencing from the past. And if, let's say, you want to give this a chance and you tell your friends could be like, what? No, why are you giving this person a chance? He broke your heart, she broke your heart so badly in the past. And so there is this feeling of, fighting off people who don't agree with you. But there's the sense that, no, I can sense this person is no longer the person that they were. And I would really like to give us a second chance, a new beginning with each other. Okay, and there is a decision that needs to be made here, because this is the type of decision whereby, if you give them a chance, it will bring your life in a certain trajectory. And if you don't give them a chance, it will bring your life to a certain other trajectory. And you need to pick just one. You can't pick one and undo your choice and then go to the other choice. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so there are some of you who have known this person before in this life. You've had interactions, they broke your heart. Now you're giving them a second chance, or considering giving them a second chance. Now, for some of you, you are meeting this person for the first time, but you feel as if you've known them for a long time. This is soulmate energy right here. Okay, maybe in the past life you're supposed to be together, but you guys somehow didn't make it, or you did. Oh, you guys did come together in a past life, and this life you come together again, which is why there's this feeling of familiarity. Okay, and you may go quite fast, progress in your relationship, to which maybe other people would be saying, why are you progressing too fast? You just know this guy, and then you are, I don't know, moving in together, getting engaged, getting married. There is this sense that other people not agreeing with your choices, but then you are saying, no, this is like something that I've never experienced before. I know this person, even though I've only met them. And again, this is a major choice that you need to make, whether you pursue and go with the pace that you are feeling you want to go in, which is really quickly, whether you do that or not. Either you shy away from this connection and pull back and be scared, or you move forwards towards the connection. This is a decision that you need to make. And once you make the decision, and I feel that you will choose to be with this person, the progression can be very, very fast, especially with the Chariot here underneath the Lovers. My camera got cut off, so you may find that there is a difference in the angle of the camera, because I had to take off everything, get things charged, and then come back to do the video. So I'm really sorry about that, but let's continue. Now, I did mention at the beginning of this video that there are several camps that may have chosen this group. So there are those of you who manifest purely love, purely career, and then also a mix of both. Now let's go into those of you who manifest in terms of career for the next 12 months. What I'm getting here is that you may meet someone from your old workplace, a former boss, a former colleague, someone from HR that may mention to you that, hey, now that you're doing this, you might be a good fit for this position that's available currently in the company. And, there's an invitation for you to apply for a position that's open. So it's going to be elevated from your position previously, obviously, right? Because when you leave the company, it will probably be for a higher position, and this position is going to be also a progression from where you are. So, there is a sense that the relationship that you had would kind of help you to get back into a new position, but in a place that you've worked before. Okay, so this is where there is an initiation in terms of relationships, right? Work relationships. And then maybe there's this intuition that's saying, should I go for it? Should I not? Does it make sense? If I were to progress to a higher position, wouldn't it be better to go to somewhere else so that I can have a different working experience, working in a different environment, working with different people, compared to going back to the previous company where things are a bit more familiar, right? And maybe when you run by other people as well, people are saying, do you think that's a good idea? There's some resistance from other people around you on your consideration of whether or not to apply for a position in your previous company. And with the Lovers being here, I do sense that this decision that you make, whether or not you go for that position in your previous company, will create different trajectories in your life, whether you stay in your current company or you go back to your old company, or even if you progress to a different company. Let's say you want to progress in your career and you apply somewhere else, whether or not you take this offer, go back to old company, stay, or go to a different company, all of this is going to create different trajectories in your life. This is not something that you can decide. You don't like it and then you go back, okay? It's going to create some significant impact in your life, okay? This decision that you make. Now, For those of you that are manifesting a mix of love and career, what I'm getting is that there could be a scenario whereby you may had a love interest in the workplace, in your old workplace. So when you apply for this new job, let's say you have an opportunity to go back to your old company at a higher position, going back would mean meeting this person again. Okay, and that could reignite the kind of like feelings that you had for each other. Okay, so it goes around the same kind of like storyline. Okay, the feelings are reignited. Maybe there was disappointment that things didn't work out, things get healed. You are wondering, is it okay for us to like entertain these feelings again? And if you talk about it to other people, they might disagree, like, why would you want to, engage in a relationship with someone from the workplace? If it doesn't work out, it's going to be crappy. It's going to divide people in the workplace. People might report you to HR, all of these things. So people may not agree with you kind of like pursuing this potential relationship. But maybe you'll feel like, this is a second chance. It's worth the risk, right? And whether or not you pursue this relationship will create different trajectories in your life. It is a very defining decision, okay? Whether you pursue this with this person that you had a love interest with in the old workplace, or you don't pursue it. Okay, so that is kind of like one of the potential scenarios. Another potential scenario is that, let's say, it has nothing to do with a previous workplace in terms of career. Maybe you stay at your workplace, you go up the ladder, what have you, you progress in your current company, and a person that you had a love interest with from a previous workplace comes to work in your company or works in your building. That could be another scenario. Or because this does talk about a progression of career, maybe you, from where you are now, you apply for a job in somewhere else, another company, and when you get there, you discover that this love interest from a previous company had started working there as well. Okay, they are working there, and you reconnect in that way. Basically, there is a connection between work and love, reuniting with an old love from someone you knew from the workplace. Maybe you work in the same building, maybe you work in the same company, same department, different department. These are the various scenarios that it can happen. Basically, there's a connection between love and work. Okay, so you're manifesting your career, but you're also manifesting a new possibility for a new love with someone that you had history with. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. Let us get on to your advice card. Let us have a look. I'll start with the Numerology Oracle deck. What advice do you have for pile number 3? It's time to take action. Okay. So I would say if you meet this person, let's say this is the love scenario, remember, if opportunity comes, take action. I'm getting this sense as well for some of you. If you feel comfortable, let's say you come across a profile on social media, feel free to take action in terms of like reach out first, say hi, if you feel comfortable doing that, if you feel called to do that. But if you don't feel called to do that, then by all means don't do it. Okay. But there is this message that says, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Don't let pride get in your way. My goodness. This goes for career, love, what have you. Both ways. Okay, it's time to take action. Don't shy away from going back to the old workplace, because of your pride, or don't prevent yourself from reconnecting with an old flame if it is pride that is preventing you from doing that. Okay, of course it depends. Take it how it resonates. This is a general reading, so everyone's situation is going to be different. If this person treated you badly, obviously please don't go back to them. But if things happen due to a misunderstanding or not in line with each other, or neither of you were ready, or you were ready, he was not, or vice versa, and now you feel that both of you are possibly in a good place to try again, why not, right? Obviously you don't know whether they're ready or not, just know if you're ready or not. If you are and you want to give this another chance, you feel strongly about it, then by all means go ahead. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so if you've been feeling stuck in a rut in terms of love, nothing is happening, then this new love could come into your life. If you feel stuck in a rut in terms of your career, this career offer could come your way. Okay, so the possibility is there. One last card for pile number 3 in terms of advice. Oh wow, I said one last card, but more came out. So ask for what you want. There you go. Let the universe and other people know what you need. If you have been thinking about this person and you want to, reach back to them, like there is this feeling, if you feel that, how I wish I can go back in time and change my words, change my actions, how I wish we could have like had a different outcome from that, situation, whether it's relationship or work, then, you know, say it out loud to the universe. The universe might just help you to concoct a situation whereby you can get back together with this person, or get back into your old workplace, you know, so, or your old industry. That's also something that's coming across here. New home, moving is a step in the right direction for you. So this could be specific for, this could be a message for a specific person about moving. Yeah, maybe if you move to a new home and then you get to meet this old flame of yours, I don't know. Or you're moving back to your old place. That's something that's coming to me. I hope this all makes sense to you. Children, your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. Very interesting. So take it how it resonates. This particular deck has a lot of random messages sometimes. So sometimes it talks about food and it talks about the seasons. Okay, so take it how it resonates, okay, for you, if it's relevant for you. So thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to read for you. If this resonates, please comment in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps me a lot. And it also, not only it helps me with the algorithm, it also helps to put this message in front of more people so that they can access these messages that are meant for them. And also, if you would like to have a personal tarot reading session with me, I do read internationally. So regardless of wherever you are in the world, you can engage in my tarot or numerology services. Just head over to the link in my description. It will take you to my website where you can browse what I offer and select the best session for your needs. And with that said, once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.